Late last year, I was completely burned out on Animal Crossing New Horizons. I think we've all been there. You really want to design your island in the game, but you can't find the motivation or inspiration. Or you end up just opening the game, running around the island, and then closing again without actually doing anything. Things needed to change. And they did. I found my love for the game again. But how did I do it? I made a decision to dump the island I was working on at the time and to start a new one at the start of this year, but I gave myself 2 rules: no time travel and no treasure islands. Time travel and treasure islands, while very helpful at times, I found can cause burnout in New Horizons very quickly. Once things are easy to obtain in the game, there ends up being a little bit of, well, now what feeling that creeps up slowly. And when starting this new island, being the cheese bag that I am, I decided to name it Camembert. I wanted to make it a place that was not just for me to enjoy, but for the viewers too. I wanted to open the gates regularly for visitors and get to know my villagers for the first time in a really long time. And honestly, it's been amazing. From day one, it's been such a great hub for people to visit and water the flowers and in general just have fun. It fully reignited my love for the game. And while I was having so much fun, I did start to forget to do some things. Designing wasn't happening at all, and there are many half-finished projects that are still scattered around the island now. I wasn't progressing in Happy Home Paradise, and my bells were ridiculously low all the time. It's almost like I went too far the other way. In trying to make the game fun again, I overcorrected and restricted myself. But to me, Animal Crossing New Horizons doesn't just have one way of playing it. As long as you are having fun, do whatever you like. It's your island. Time travel, go to treasure islands, design, or take things slow. It's your choice. And Camembert was so much fun. Until it wasn't. A month ago, I had major surgery, and in the weeks after that surgery, things on Camembert started feeling more and more like hard work. I stopped opening the gates as often, and I ended up getting a little bit bored of trying to get the villagers' photos. I was playing a lot of other games at the time, and I do intend to keep doing that because there are so many great games out there, and I was picking up Animal Crossing less and less. I absolutely love Camembert and what we had, but things were starting to feel more and more like they did before, a chore. Last week on stream, I tried to actually finish a build on the island, but the problem was that doing complex builds in an hour or two when you can't get the items you need from treasure islands is near impossible. I only had about a third of the items that I needed to make Fret's awesome cheesy moon backyard, and I couldn't exactly get the DIYs and items I wanted because I couldn't just pop to a treasure island and grab them. And there's a chance I may not have seen those items in Nooks for months, especially with not time traveling. And a few days earlier to this, I admit I also time traveled for the first time. Bam wanted to leave, and I wanted to villager hunt the next day on stream, so I skipped for today. These 2 things have made me realise that I'm no longer enjoying the rules I put on myself in Camembert. I mentioned this to the mods at the time, and Arizadi reminded me of something very important, something so obvious but really hard to see in the moment. It's a game, and if I'm not having fun, what's the point? So I made a decision, a big decision. I've mentioned this a little bit on stream in the last week, but I never gave the full context until now. It's time to move on from Camembert, but not quite yet. My goal is to work my butt off, both on and off stream, and get the plan and theme we've formed over the last few months for Camembert completed by the end of April. Our small rural village and our farms will be completed before I move on. I'll be still playing plenty of other games, don't worry, but we will be working on this a lot in the next month. And I'm so excited again. Suddenly I want to work on the island and get things done. And this was such a hard decision, but it's honestly definitely the right one. I've loved Camembert so much, and I've had the best time and appreciated everyone's support and visits, but it's time. And what's next once Camembert's finished? No idea. I have a few theme ideas, but I'm unsure if any of those are the right one to do next. Let me know if you have any themes you'd love to see me attempt on the next island, because I'd love some suggestions. They can be completely out there. I would just love to hear them, because even if I don't use them, they may prompt some other ideas in my head. Burnout is such a common thing in Animal Crossing New Horizons. It's such a great, fun game, and there's so much to do, but it's really hard not to do too much and get bored. And this is why I think it's really important to take breaks from the game when you need to. Play other games, start fresh if you want, and most importantly, have fun. Because if you're not, then what's the point? Thank you so much for watching. Have you ever had burnout from New Horizons? How did you combat that feeling? Make sure you like this video and subscribe if you haven't yet. Stay fresh, cheese bags. Bye!